Greetings and salutations. Devo Vibes here, and I'm here with another video. This video is one that's close to my heart and something that needs to be said, needs to be put out, and needs to be addressed. Writing saved my life. I'm not even gonna lie about this. Writing has definitely saved my life so much that it's crazy. It is beyond crazy. Because when I was living in upstate New York, I was literally writing stories just to keep my mind off of the negativity around me. Some people were smoking, some people were drinking, and some people were just making fools out of themselves. And writing poetry, fan fiction, it was saving my life as much as anime was. And cartoons as well, along with movies. But yeah, writing saved my life. Like, I was writing at work. Like, literally, if I had an emotion going on at work or I had something that was going on in my life, I was literally writing. It didn't matter if I was doing WRP, wrestling roleplay, or just doing normal RP stories, then yeah, I was literally writing like a full oiled machine. And that's saying a lot. Like, I was not just writing some words or not writing a little bit of words. I was writing about 300, no, 3,000 words literally every single day. And I was showing that to my teacher on my last year of high school. And then when I was doing a program that was called My Journey, I was literally showing that to my teacher again and showing that this is what I love doing. And she was telling me to just never stop writing. So I have not. I have been writing my stories over and over and over again, and I have been writing good stories. I've been writing bad ones. I have been rewriting stories to fit in with newer characters and just redoing characters. And yeah, it's definitely costly, because some people will say that go on Wattpad, some people will go on this app, that app, and I'll be writing stories, I'll be writing poetry. Some of my poetry is on Instagram, some of my poetry is on Facebook, some of my poetry is on Twitter. But right now I have not been really writing poetry like I used to, because I feel that when I write poetry, I want to do it from the heart. I want to do it from the soul, and not just feel like I'm just going to be repeating myself over and over and over again. And that's what I feel like I have been doing with some of my love poems that I've been just giving out, and it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel genuine. But nowadays, my stories have also had that problem where I have kind of been rewriting stories and just adding different characters and doing that over and over and over again until I kind of got sick of said cartoon style or anime style or a horror style, thriller style, or mystery or romance. It's literally all a rinse and repeat. That's why nowadays I have kind of been trying to stick to just one idea. Just like one idea at most, and try to stick to that idea without getting sidetracked. Because some writers have this going on and some writers don't, where if they watch something on TV or they go somewhere or they go to this place or that place, the idea is just gone. Like, it will just literally vanish. And this has happened to me multiple times. Like, if I'm watching Aliens versus Predators, it would definitely be where I'm writing a story about an alien. Or if I am watching Casper the Friendly Freaking Ghost, literally I'll be writing a story about ghosts in a hotel or something like that. But if I'm watching a vampire movie, I would just bring back one of my vampire OCs and basically be like, okay, this is what I'm going to write now. And that's also why I kind of stopped doing commissions. Because ghostwriting definitely pays bills and it definitely helps me out the most. But the thing that kind of irks me a bit is when I'm writing these stories but not really getting real results. Because if I write a story for someone, literally all my ideas, all my motivation is all gone. Like that thing is just gone. It's like dust in the wind. It's done. And definitely that's something that really needs to be adjusted. Like I feel like other artists or writers have to deal with this as well. Like if they're trying to make a masterpiece like the Mona Lisa, they can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to do something else while doing this," because that would kind of just sidetrack them. Because art needs to be focused on and really critiqued and make sure that it is on point, it's perfect, it's done fine, like fine wine. And that's what happens when it comes to my writing. I make sure that if I'm doing this correct, I'm doing it right. And I really feel that writing should really be given like that thumbs up, kind of like the creator of Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or even other books that have come out throughout the decades. And honestly, it's crazy how there are so many writers in the world, and I really be feeling this is amazing to see how many writers have published books or published stories, and then they become movies or they become animes or they become cartoons. Like it's amazing. It's really amazing to see how much one's motivation, one's ideas just pop into one's mind and then become something even greater than one would imagine. But definitely I'm working on a story right now. Yes, it's cartoon wise, but I'm trying to make it similar to something like Space Dandy or something where it would be kind of like SpongeBob or maybe even Cuphead, like be like a cartoon, but it's its own world, kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit comic books, where it's its own world, like it's its own universe, where it talks about the lifestyles of a tune and how some basically get faded off into obscurity and some basically live on and be remembered. But then there are some that don't get that chance to basically say that they got that final howdy do. But yeah, I want to be able to do those type of stories and really captivate on those type of tales. Because honestly, it really just feels like it's just building up with certain stories and certain ideas that I have not been able to fully realize and fully be able to develop properly. But now I feel that I'm finally on the right course. I'm finally finding the right story to maybe put on Amazon or somewhere, because honestly, I have a good feeling about this story. Because I don't want to do like the average story that has a cartoon theme, but it's not doing what is expected. Like gonna do a whole Tom and Jerry story that doesn't go anywhere. I'm trying to do a story kind of like Duckman, where he's an asshole. Like my main character, his name is Moxie. He is a complete and utter Chad. He is that guy. He is that go-to guy if you want to become a ladies' man. He is that Chad that Johnny Bravo wishes he was. But definitely he is that lovable Chad that is willing to do the right thing, but is also willing to think with his Johnson before thinking about everybody else. He is a good person. I'll say that he has moments of being a good person, but he's still an asshole. He still has moments of being a complete and utter ass, and truly has the motivation to become something more. So honestly, I hope and pray that before this year is over, I start showing development in this story and showing ideas that I have been critiquing and been editing and stuff like that, because this story is definitely going to be something beyond special. This is going to be a really good story called Moxie, and I hope all of you are excited for it, because this story is going to be one to remember. It's not going to be for kids, it's not going to be YouTube friendly to read, but it will be good for a couple or those that remember old school movies in that same genre as Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and really look back on like the original book, Who Censored Roger Rabbit, because it's in that line of like comic strips meet comics type of energy, or even something like I Hate Fairyland, where it has the rudeness, it has the comedy, it has the funny, but it also has the blood and gore. So definitely look out for that, because I'm definitely going to be bringing in those ideas of mine and really showing that I have their creativity to become great. I know it, the world will know it, and definitely stay tuned, because because truly Devo Vibe Studios is definitely going to become something real and animated as hell. Thank you for watching.